Now, this plays into another side of this on why all of this is happening. I mean, okay, so the electromagnetic radiation, that's one side of it, but there's another factor that we've seen very few people online cover, and other researchers cover, and it's treated like a separate issue, but it's all tied together, and it's dealing with this problem of heavy metals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now one way that I have tried to explain it is that you've got a beam and it's beaming into something, and then you've got, it's like a brush and a canvas,
Mm-hmm.
right? Mm-hmm. So if you've got heavy metals, that turns your body into an antenna.
Right. Yes, that's right.
So if you're beaming, like what happens when you put metal in the microwave,
Mm-hmm.
right? We all understand that. So if they're shooting microwave beams at everybody's bodies, and you've got your body is filled with all of these heavy metals, and you're like, well, I'm not really sure if my body has heavy metals. And trust me, everybody has heavy metal toxicity.
Yes.
Because it's in the environment. It's even in different countries, because they're spraying metals in the sky with the geoengineering and the chemtrails and stuff.
That's right.
Right. And there's metals in the water, there's metals in the food, so it's seeping in. We all have heavy metal toxicity, and that's one thing that has to be done.
So here's the thing: these illnesses are exacerbated by the heavy metals. You know, if the most conservative estimates are that the chemtrails or aerosol spraying started in the mid-90s.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, at least everybody who's alive right now, who's like in their mid-20s or so, maybe in their 30s. Have some form of heavy metals that have been in their bodies for over a decade. It's a slow bioaccumulation of metals that's making the difference. Okay.
So if you've got any kind of health problems,
mm-hmm.
you're like, maybe it's because of the environmental factors.
Well,
and not just something smaller,
So the heavy metals alone have been linked to Alzheimer's. The combination of chemtrails with contaminated water and food have greatly magnified the uptake of these chemicals, which include, and this is what's been found in studies, okay, aluminum, barium, strontium, mercury, lead, fluoride, and etc. Now, these contaminants lodge in your brain, your bones, skin, and the central nervous system, turning you basically into an antenna of these millimeter signals.
So they both work together, is what we're trying to say. The 5G and the other types of electromagnetic pollution and radiation that's flowing through the airwaves because of our technology is hitting up against the heavy metal toxicity that's in our bodies.
That's right.
And it's creating this very dangerous mix.
Sure.
Now, what we've got here on the screen now, this is health symptoms from all wireless devices. We're not going to read through all of them. We just shared a few, but you can see there's tons of them here. I'll blow this up a little bit. This is information that's coming from stopthecrime.net, and it's like you can go and you can download. I heard somebody talk about this on a show, and I was like, oh, let me go download that information sheet to see what all of the different symptoms are. You can see there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them, right? Now, but here's the part that always kind of frustrates Tavon and I, and that is when they say these are the solutions. This is what you can do, right? So I'm just going to give you a quick idea as to what kinds of solutions they usually propose. There's this list here with a whole bunch of things they say you can do to protect yourself from EMFs or radiation. It's things like avoid electricity, just in general. Avoid electricity, electromagnetic fields and radio frequencies. Don't use your cell phone. Don't use Wi-Fi. Use a corded phone. Sleep in an electricity-free bedroom. Sleep in a metal frame bed. Consider a wood bed. Reduce electrical exposures as much as possible. Use the breaker box to turn the power off. And they kind of all go along these lines. So it's basically, it's just very, very unrealistic.
Yes, some of these
for most people in our modern age to say, oh, the only way I can protect myself is to just not have electricity.
Yes.
And to have, like, not use technology.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking through here. Now, we know what the answers are for protecting yourself because we've actually implemented them and they work. And I see down here it says, real quick, it says something about herbs. Where are we? Bear with. Okay, alternative health care can be very beneficial. Chiropractic, acupuncture, herbs, massage, and eat fresh local organic foods. And like that's like it.
2 lines.
All right, just a couple lines about this. And it's obvious that the folks that put this together, they don't know. They don't have the information. And that's what we're going to share with you now.
Yes, that's right.
This is the most important part of the presentation. This is what makes this different than everybody else's 5G show, because we're going to show you guys how you can seriously protect yourself from this, because 5G, it's still a frequency.
Yes.
And if anybody works with frequencies, it's the folks around the QEG, right?
Yes.
So, okay. There's a couple of big things you got to do. A heavy metal detox, which we'll go through first.
Yes, that's
and
right.
And then also there's things you can use like Orgonite, Oregon Fields, SHUNGITE, and we'll explain how that works.
Right.
So go take it away, Tanan.
So our research led us to this, and one half of the problem, the one that is spoken about on a couple of YouTube channels and websites, but not focused, we believe, enough, is you have to detox your body from heavy metals. You have to do it.
It makes all the difference.
It's the other half of the equation. So if when you got these metals in you, you're easier to be picked up or tracked, and also it also weakens your body at the same time because of the heavy metal toxicity. So you got to remove these accumulated heavy metals, fungus, and other pathogens from the body, because your immune system is the best defense. You need to start drinking clean water, preferably from a trusted local source, either both mineralized and or distilled water. I mean, I drink distilled water religiously, and I've been doing it for almost 2 years now.
Distilled water has really helped a lot.
It's really, for me,
it helps to get the heavy metals out of your body. Yeah.
And so you do that to eliminate the heavy metals and toxic uptake. You also, if you can, now I know Val knows all about this, get a mineral trace analysis. An accurate way is through a hair analysis and also an electrolyte base test. Yeah, and I think that's to see what your body is as far as alkalinity.
Yeah, they take a section of your hair,
mm-hmm.
and then your hair stores all of your information in it.
Now, there's some people on YouTube, if you type in like hair analysis chemtrails on YouTube and search, there's some people who did a hair analysis test, and you'll be surprised what kind of elements they found in that hair analysis. So this is the kind of stuff that's floating around in the air right now. High protein, mineral fatty acid diet, lots of fluids is critical in building the detoxing agents. Fatty acids must be constantly replenished because deficiency leaves the nervous system vulnerable to fat-soluble metals. And also you got to flush with fluids, like we said, with distilled water. That's the most effective way of purging the body. Taking metal detoxing herbs is also key in restoring natural function. Their herb cilantro removes metals out of the bones and the central nervous system fast.
Yep, great stuff.
But it also must be taken with chlorella as an intestinal absorbing agent. That's why if you go on eBay and so forth and you look up cilantro, some vendors tend to sell them both together as a pack. Now, research has shown that when you take these, that the combination can remove up to 80% of heavy metals from the body within 42 days. So that's fast.
Mm-hmm.
And also the solutions we're talking about, it's not just you can just take a pill and you're done. Think of this as a solution that's going to save you and your family's life, and it's a lifelong discipline, because as long as the skies are being sprayed and your environment is being polluted with these metals, you have to make this part of your regime. So one of the main things that worked for me, and this is based on research from dietitians and other researchers that deal primarily in heavy metal detoxes, is salting your body with the correct minerals. For example, magnesium displaces the heavy metal and also gives your brain and nervous system the means to repair itself and function properly. The right vitamins and minerals also promote the drainage of the lymph and kills the fungus. That's the other thing. It happens that with the average diet that people have, there's a lot of sugar in this diet. And if you have that and heavy metals, it's a perfect breeding ground for funguses. And funguses is one of the main causes of these other secondary and tertiary illnesses. So there's the benefit. What I've done here, here's a list of beneficial salts that I use to help me with my detox regime, okay?
Now, of course, everybody's going to ask, how do you use them?
I can't,
right?
Yeah.
And we can't tell you how. Just, you know, do some Google searches.
Do some Google searches about the benefits of every single one of these salts that I'm about to tell you, okay?
Yeah, because we're not the doctors. However, I have to give a quick plug here because Valerie just said that if anybody is interested, if you're on the call now or you are watching the archive, if you want to get a hair mineral analysis, which is it's a lab thing that you send a piece of your hair away to the lab and they study what's in there, you want to learn about it, you can get one through Valerie. She is, whatever the official term is, she has the ability to do a hair mineral analysis for you. So what you can do if you're interested in that is to contact her at qegacademy@gmail.com and then put hair analysis in the subject line, and she will be more than happy to get back to you and get you started on that, because it's really, you get like a blueprint of exactly what's going on in your body. It's really amazing stuff.
Yeah. So that's the list for the different salts. And I've taken all of these in different ways, and I'm fine. I love it. This is great. But I do recommend bathing with them also. Salt baths are very good for you.
Yeah.
And the combination of these salts will do wonders for your body. But again, you have to start for some baseline about where you are health-wise, and go from there. So now, the heavy metals from aerosol spraying. Defense against heavy metal via aerosol. Now, this is just some advice for those of you who know about chemtrails, and especially if you're a targeted individual. The best reason for removing aluminum from the body is the association between increased aluminum levels in the brains of Alzheimer's patients and increased levels of environmental aluminum over the past 20 years. Aerosolized or nano aluminum passes very easily along the olfactory tract and goes directly into the brain, bypassing the blood-brain barrier, and accumulates in what is called the entorhinal cortex. This is part of the brain that's responsible for memory and learning. I mean, imagine that. So everyone is breathing in this stuff, okay? And so the solution here is think of all the ways these chemtrails are getting into your body. And then think of, okay, you have to chase good after bad. You have to put good stuff the way the bad stuff came into your body, following that same path to dislodge those metals that have accumulated there over the past 10, 20, 30 years, okay? So that's basically the advice. If you do that, you're going to see some dramatic improvement quickly, okay?
And we personally made as many of these changes as we can. I can tell you that Tavon's done a lot of this stuff, and he's just speaking from his own experience, and I've seen the change. And me too. I feel very, very different just getting the metals out of your body.
Yes.
It can really work wonders. Hi, we're Naima and Tavon from Fix the World Morocco.
Everyone is gearing up for the new rollout of the new wireless technology called 5G, and it hasn't proven to be safe.
Many people have been asking questions about what they can do to protect themselves from 5G. So we've been putting out a series of videos to try to help educate and inform the public on just how to do this. There are two main things that you can do to try to protect yourself from 5G that's already out in the areas, and that's being put out more and more in the next coming years.
One is to detoxify your body from the heavy metals, and that's going to be discussed in another set of videos.
But the second thing that you can do is you can change the electricity in the air around you, and you can do that with Orgonite.
Orgonite is a composite that was developed from the technology of the late Dr. Wilhelm Reich. And basically, this compound is able to take the stray, harmful electric fields in the environment and turn it into something that is healthy.
So you might be wondering how Orgonite works. So just like Devon said, it is that composite, and it actually emits ions and does a few other things to actually change the electromagnetic fields in the air around you. So to put it really simple, Orgonite is something that you can just have around you in your home and on your body in order to protect you from the actual microwaves that are coming in from the 5G.
Now, we're very sensitive to electrosmog, to Wi-Fi, all these different forms of electricity in the air, and that's why we started to make Orgonite.
So we used to be sensitive to it,
yeah.
But right now it's really helped us a lot. And we started making Orgonite for ourselves and then for our friends and family.
Right.
And we eventually turned it into a little small business that we have where we make Orgonite and ship it all around the world.
Our blend of Orgonite is able to protect you against 5G and other stray harmful fields. And we make several products with our Orgonite. We make pendants that you can wear on your body. We also make Orgonite charge plates that you can use to preserve food in your fridge and also to passively structure water. We also make Orgonite pyramids, and the Orgonite pyramids are good to grid your property with so that you can not only transform the fields coming from Wi-Fi like 5G, but also from the harmful effects of chemtrails that come down on top of your home and your neighborhood. And then we also offer Orgonite sleeping pods, which help you get a good night's sleep. We also have garden gift packs of garden pucks and our Orgonite pyramids for your gardens to help your plants grow stronger and healthier.
This is just a brief description of what we make and what we offer, but if you go to our website with the link below this video, we have a different video for each one of these products that describes it completely and what they do. And we also have lots of videos that discuss the science behind Orgonite, how it works, and why it works. And we encourage you to try it because we have some special free offers for free pendants so you can try Orgonite for yourself. We just ask that you pay shipping and handling. And now we're celebrating our first full year of making Orgonite.
We make every piece by hand and we ship it all over the world.
And we've gotten lots of emails sent to us with pictures from some of our customers giving us their testimonies of how much they love our products. We check our inbox every day and do our best to write personal responses to every one of our customers. If you have any questions at all about our products, please feel free to drop us an email at the email address in the link below.
Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe.
And we hope that you'll join the others who are using Orgonite to help protect themselves from the dangers of 5G. Take care.
Take care.